In today's world of skyrocketing prices on everything, so many of us feel the dream of land and home ownership as being this thing which is just constantly moving further and further away from us. And that's the reason why I'm always so excited when I find new alternatives. And that's exactly the case with this next incredible home that we're about to visit. There is a lot going on in this place. Hi Paula, how are you?
Hey Bryce, how's it going?
Great, thank you very much. G'day Boyd, how you doing, mate?
Kia ora, Bryce.
It is such a pleasure to meet you both, and this is such a cool home that you've created for yourselves.
Thank you so much. We really love this spot and we're really grateful to have come across this just by pure chance.
Yeah, the land is just beautiful. This parking spot is an absolute dream. And you're actually part of a tiny house community here, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. We are part of a special little collective of people who are choosing to stay on the land here and live responsibly and do the best by the land, restore the wildlife and create a safe place for our kids to grow up.
That's just so cool. And talking about restoring the wildlife, you are both really passionate conservationists, aren't you?
We are. We're big into predator-free 2050 and removing our invasive predators, stoats, possums, rats, and that's part of our community. That's what we're doing here on the land. That's our sort of role, is looking after that side of things.
Amazing. And as part of the community, you've got your own little spot here that you look after?
We do, yeah. We can do what we like in this little area as long as it's, with the community in mind and, gardens and, just looking after the place. And it's been amazing so far. Yeah,
I can see you've done a lot of fruit tree planting and everything.
Yeah. We just have this vision of just regenerating the forest and building our own gardens so that we don't have to go to the supermarkets. Everything's here what we need, and especially the kids can go out and learn about it and pick their own food and start cooking.
Because you are a family of 4 living in this tiny house, aren't you?
We sure are. So we have our daughter Willow, who's only 2, and we have our new baby Winter, who's 3 months. So we're 2 under 2. So it's a little bit full on at the moment. But
really full on.
Hectic, I think is the word.
Yeah. But we love it and they love it. They don't know any different. So it's been perfect for us to start this way with them.
And you're completely off the grid in this home as well. Can you tell me about that?
We are, yeah. So we've got our solar power and it's something we're super proud of. We had talked about it for years and thinking, wouldn't we like to live that way someday? And to come to this land, we had to be that way, and it was awesome because it made us make those choices.
Absolutely. It's such a different way of living, eh? And there's something that just feels so good about being able to take responsibility for your own resources.
Yeah, it's been so great for us here. We've had recent floods in Auckland, and just to be able to test the house and our off-grid systems and solar and water. The power didn't run out and our water was still running, so we're so grateful to have set this up in time and just know that we can rely on it if anything happens.
Absolutely. And we'll talk about the house in just a minute, but first, you've got this incredible outdoor space as well. Tell me about what you've created here.
Yeah, I'm really drawn to triangle-shaped structures, and we needed an outdoor space for the kids to run around, whether it was raining, sunny, or hailing. And I just wanted to create that cozy feeling that you get overseas of a cabin. I found this through a place in Auckland and just bought it and said to Boyd, we're going to put this up, and gave him the job.
Yep, you're going to stain all this wood, Boyd. Off you go.
It was a big job, but it was totally worth it.
Yeah, and such a nice entertaining space as well.
Yeah, we love to host, and Boyd's a cook, so people love to come here, and we love just sitting here at nighttime, sunsets, or even sunrise with the kids. It's just the most beautiful spot here.
Yeah, and now talk to me about this beautiful tiny house. First of all, what size is the home?
Yeah, the size is 9.7 by 3 meters wide by 4.2 high.
Great. And the design's really beautiful, and I just love the way that it works together with the undercover area here as well, because it really just kind of balances beautifully. You've got the beautiful timber and then you've got the metal, and it just kind of really harmoniously works together, doesn't it?
Yeah, this house is really well designed, and we picked this house so that it suited the kids and so it was more functional for us. And yeah, we really wanted a triangle house, but this was the perfect house for us. This was actually a carport. This cover really worked well for that balance.
You've got these beautiful big doors as well, so great indoor-outdoor flow with this home.
Yeah, it creates an amazing view when you look out for when we're cooking and for when the kids are playing out there. We can keep our eyes on them and still be in the house.
Well, what you've created here is just so special, and I cannot wait to see what you've done inside the house. Can we take a look?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Cool. After you. Oh, this is just stunning. I love that you walk right into this home and you're greeted by this incredibly welcoming kitchen. This is beautiful.
Yeah, Bryce, I'm a cook, so this is one of my happy places. So it's great. It's the first thing when you walk in. I can stand here and cook and entertain and watch the kids and be in my zone, you know. So I love it.
It's such a great design as well because it really does help to connect the home to the outdoors. You can work here in the kitchen, but you're still kind of connected to the outside, and that must make it so good for entertaining as well.
Yeah, it's great. And we can also use it as a space to sit around in the morning. If it's raining, we can sit around here, have breakfast, but everything's right here.
And it feels very spacious in this part of the home as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, we love when you walk in here, it immediately feels tall in this space because you think a tiny home's quite short, and I'm quite tall, so it's nice to be in here and not feel like you're closed in.
I love what you've done with the plants up here as well. That's a very nice touch.
Thank you very much. We love having plants in our house. They bring so much life, and the girls love looking at them too.
We have quite a modern house, so it's nice to bring that nature inside the place as well. You know, we love being outside, so let's bring that inside the house wherever we can.
Definitely. And this kitchen is just lovely. What a great design. Talk to me about what you've got going on here.
Right, yeah, it's super functional. So I do all the cooking over here. Everything runs off gas. And it's everything I need. This is my little prep space over here, and it works really well, which is important.
And you've got all the necessary appliances here as well?
Yep, everything's here, coffee machine, toaster, yeah, everything fits in really nicely.
And it's a good size fridge for a family too.
Yeah, it's a perfect size for us. We actually like this size because it encourages us to eat our food faster, because fresh food, you need to eat it on the daily, so we love it.
And of course, being part of the community here, having your own gardens and then also having the communal gardens to draw from, no shortage of fresh food around here, eh?
Oh man, we are so lucky in that respect. We're learning lots about gardening and growing our own stuff, which we love, which we have lots of stuff here, but if we need, we can go to the community gardens and use theirs as well.
And the return on the kitchen counter, this part is actually on wheels, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's so functional for us. We can move it away from the bench and the kitchen looks bigger. And if we need to use it as outside or inside, it can just shift.
Yeah, such a good design. And it looks like there's plenty of storage here as well.
Yeah, there's plenty of storage here. I think most tiny homes do have that as an advantage, and it encourages you to just put whatever you need in there. We've got no shortage of stuff that we need.
And it's quite unusual for a tiny house design to have the kitchen in the centre, but it really does work because in so many ways, the kitchen does become the heart of the home, doesn't it? Especially so much of family life revolves around the kitchen, so placing it right in the middle is a great idea.
Yeah, we really love that. I think the thing we loved about this house is that it feels like you have 3 separate rooms because of the walls and everything is quite separate. And we love that people walk straight into the kitchen because usually food is there for them ready to go.
Yeah, definitely. I was happy to come right into the house. Especially with the beautiful freshly baked bread right there. You can smell that all throughout the home.
Yeah, that's that. We bake a lot of bread here, and it's great for our daughters coming down in the morning. They can perch themselves right here or outside, and that bread wafts through the house.
Yeah, the ultimate comfort food
It
bread,
is.
eh?
Yeah.
It really is.
If you make it yourself, it's good for you too.
Yep, that's true. And then we've got your lounge through there.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Let's take a look. Oh, again, this is really nice. And for such a compact space, there is a lot going on in this room, isn't there?
Thank you so much. We love this space. We call it like our little cozy nook. We have our little workspace in the corner here where Boyd does his work from home at the moment. And then we have our bookshelf. We really love to read, although we don't have so much reading going on at the moment with the kids. But it's just the perfect space here to look out the windows and just sit here in stillness and do what we love to do, which is to read and relax.
Yeah, there's a nice big comfy couch here as well. Obviously really important for a family.
Yeah, really important. They're actually the size of single beds. So one person can sleep that way and one person can sleep that way if they want. And also they come as storage boxes, so they lift up for all our storage.
Perfect. It's really interesting what you've got going on in here with all of the different levels. Can you talk to me about that?
Yeah, there's always going to be a bit of give and take in a tiny home, and you have this low ceiling here, but that means upstairs, we can all stand up. Even you'll be able to stand up, bro.
Great. Oh, I look forward to that. No TV in here though?
No, yeah, it was a hard decision because we do like to watch sport. That's probably the only thing we do watch. So we've left this space for a projector if we want to. We have a laptop if the kids want to watch movies, but most of our time is outside. We love outdoors and we'd rather be out there. So
That's the way to go.
yeah.
And then down the other end, we've got your bathroom. Can we take a look at that?
Sure can.
All right. Hey, this is really nice. It's quite a vibrant room in here, isn't it?
Thank you. This is a space that we wanted to be really creative and use our DIY ourselves. We're not really DIY people. So this is the space to try things, and if we make mistakes, it's okay. We own our own house now, so we can do whatever we want, which is cool. So at the moment, it's just a nice clear space to just bring our visions to life.
Yeah, definitely. The wall behind you is especially vibrant.
Thank you. For me, it's been a growth space to DIY. I wasn't the best painter, so that inspired me to then get wallpaper and start having a go at that. So I'm just really happy it's the sort of look I was going for. But yeah, it's a work in progress, and I've learnt heaps about putting wallpaper on the wall.
Yeah. We'll have that for a week and then we'll do something else, I reckon.
The beauty of having your own space.
Exactly.
The constant change and flux. It's a nice shower in here.
Thank you. It's nice and simple. The girls actually do have a bath and a bucket in here. It's a 900 by 900 shower. I'm tall, so it fits as well. So it's real functional, just everything that we need.
And you've got the old bamboo composting toilet there as well?
Yeah, we actually love it. I know most people in tiny homes have these. You just think, why did you ever have a flushing toilet? You just save so much water, and with the water tank, it's just one thing that you don't need to have.
Exactly. And then over here it looks like you've got space for a washer dryer too.
Yeah, so we thought that we'd have the washing machine there, but it's too loud, and the heat that generates in the bathroom, it was just better in the shed. So that leaves another space for me to be creative and think about what might go there.
Can't wait.
Nice. And you've got a really big vanity top too.
Yeah, it's really nice and spacious. With the kids, the goal is just to keep it all clean, because when they're in here, it's a mess. They're grabbing everything and making everything dirty, so it's just clear.
And all throughout this house, I see you've got all these little clever storage nooks tucked away.
Yeah, like we said before, the house is really well designed, and we've got a perfect little hideaway spot there for all the stuff that you maybe don't want people to see. It's all in there, so maybe don't open that.
That's how I'll throw everything in their cupboard. What's this? Just throw in there.
Every house has got to have one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sleeping lofts are upstairs.
Sure am.
Cool. Can we check them out?
Yeah.
I do really like this design as well, because it's so good having the two private rooms and just such great access to them as well.
Yeah, a huge part of this design was for that reason, for the kids, so that it's safe. So we have the railing here for Willow to come down so she doesn't fall down the stairs, and she loves to run across to our room, and then she also has a safety gate so she doesn't come out at night time.
And the rail is a beautiful feature too.
Yeah, bro, this was another way of bringing a bit of nature inside the house. We just found this over in the bush, just outside, and saved a bit of money, and it looks great.
Gotta love those bush finds, eh?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, cool. Well, can we check out Willow's room first?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, after you. Oh, this room is so cute.
Thank you. We really love this for Willow. It was important that she had a kid feel room. But yeah, it's real spacious for her. She has a queen size bed, and she has the best view in the house because the sunset comes through here. So I think she's living it pretty good.
I'll say, this is a huge bed for a 2-year-old.
Yeah, she likes to read her books there, and she's just so content coming up here in her own space and reading books and drawing, and she comes downstairs whenever she wants. So.
Yeah, this is just such a nice space for her. And right now, your youngest still sleeps with you, but eventually she'll move in here as well?
Yeah, the cool thing about this room is they can either sleep together, or you can actually fit 2 single beds here where they have a space in the middle, and they can either annoy each other and hang out, or they can just be separate.
Perfect. And she's got all of her books up here as well?
Yeah, we're definitely bird nerds, so there's a lot of bird books about New Zealand birds and native trees, so we make sure that she's getting that education, because she'll be out trapping with Boyd most of the time, so yeah. She's our bird spotter.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
The way that you've done the walkways up here really is good. I mean, I can't quite stand up in here, but I'm very close to it, so...
Yeah, it's great. I mean, the house goes down like this to catch the water on the roof, but for Willow it's not a problem at the moment, but it's a real spacious room for a kid's room and a tiny home. We don't feel like it's that small. It doesn't feel like it when we're in here. So again, it's real functional, and that's a big thing for us. And
then your room is over the other side?
Yeah, it is.
Cool, can we check it out?
Sure.
Again, this is just such a nice room. I really like how you've used sort of the pastels and the really dull tones in here. It just makes it feel very peaceful and welcoming, doesn't it?
Thank you. This is one of our another nooks that we really love. It's sort of the earthy, rustic vibe, and we like how it's nice and spacious, and it does fit our baby Winter in here. So we do spend a lot of time here at night time on the bed because we all fit, so it's perfect.
Yeah, lovely. And again, just such nice views looking out across the place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so good looking at the forest, and the girls like to count the birds that go past in the morning and at night time, and you can see the full moon and the sunrise, so it has everything you want up here.
It sure does. I love the way that you've added all these beautiful dried flowers throughout the home. It's just such a lovely touch.
Thank you. We really love dried flowers, and like Boyd said, we try to bring nature inside. So all the wood we've found from just out in the forest and brought it in, and then just locally we've got those beautiful dried flowers.
So nice. And you've got a bit of extra storage up here as well?
Yeah, we only use the storage for our little things and for winter's clothes and nappies. But yeah, it fits really well, really functional, and yeah, it just fits perfect in here. So you can fit a lot in a tiny room.
You sure can. And look at the size of this bed. This thing's huge.
Yeah, we're so lucky to get this bed in. I got a little bit excited that the size of the box was a California king bed. So I was like, we might as well buy that. So bought that, didn't measure the door. So the movers had a really good task of trying to get it in here.
Yeah, I was hanging on one end of the bed in here, trying to get it was a centimetre at a time. I still see some marks on the roof, but we got it in here. It's just never going out now.
It's so perfect and we love it. It's actually too comfortable that you don't want to get out, and even you could fit in there and still have lots of room.
Nice. And so how long have you been living here now?
We've been here for 3 months now.
3 months. So still pretty fresh into tiny house living?
Fresh, mate, yep.
How are you finding it so far?
Love it. Honestly, it's just been such a great change for us after, renting, and it's been our first home. It's been amazing.
And you're still pretty new in the tiny house, but so far, what would you say your absolute favourite aspect of tiny house living is?
I think for us it's just the natural, organic way that we just moved in here, and everything just feels normal and just how it naturally should be. There's so many amazing features of a tiny home, but just feeling like it's your own space and owning your own home, there's something really special in that. It's more about the kids. When you have children, just knowing that you have your own home and you're not relying on someone's rental place, whether it's going to fall through or you have to find another home. You're not continually looking. We can actually settle and put roots here and start to grow our family and the vision for the future.
No more kids though.
No more kids. No more kids. I don't know if they'll fit in here. We'll have to get another pod. But it's just the excitement of owning your own home and doing whatever you want with it and being creative. And then obviously the outdoors is super important to us to grow our own food and stuff like that. So it's just settling our roots and just knowing that we don't have to go anywhere anymore. We're investing money into an asset.
And of course, with this space as well, you've got the added cool factor of being a part of this amazing community. Can you talk to me about that a bit?
Yeah, it is. It's been great. We've talked about how we've got different people doing different things. We have a gardener, we have mechanics, we have people that run festivals, we look after the conservation. So we all sort of come together and, we have community dinners, and all of us coming together, we create this, great little thing. It's hopefully going to keep on evolving.
Yeah. And can I ask about the cost that was involved in bringing all this to life for yourselves?
Yeah, it's about 370.
Wow. And that includes the cost of buying into the land as well?
Yeah, so that includes that as well. So in terms of, Auckland living and what we have here, the views and what we can do in the gardens, we just wouldn't be able to do that.
What a great way of doing it. And buying into the community, my understanding is the way that works is you all have your own individual space where you can do your own thing, but you're all sharing ownership of the whole place, right?
Yeah, that's right. And it's perfect for people like us who come from Auckland. But yeah, it's just affordable living, and there's so many perks to living together collectively with the same vision and dream.
Yeah. Well, what you've created here really is just incredible. I love your beautiful home. The vision for the land and the community is just so wonderful. And this really is just such an amazing place to raise your family. Thank you both so much for sharing it with me.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Bryce.
My pleasure. What Paula and Boyd have created for themselves here is nothing short of incredible. This is such a beautiful home and so wonderfully set up for family living. But beyond all that, there's the incredible connection to the land, the conservation work, the community. This really is just such an amazing place for them to live. And beyond that, it's, I think, such a beautiful vision of what I hope to see a lot more of in the future.